Magpakasaya mamayang gabi.
KTM or Kasenschraken. Alam nyo, sa daming labas ng mga motor at sa bilis mag-update ng mga manufacturers, parang bumabagal ang panahon. Parang sa ilang saglit lang, kay dami na nang nangyari. Never have we experienced so much about two wheels sa buong history ng industriya than in the last 5 years. Partida na yan ha, may 2 years pa na pandemya dyan sa lagay na yan. The industry slowed down only so much, and the motorcycles kept on coming. The RC series, which came off the heels of the Duke, cranked necks all over the world. Madali naman makita kung bakit ito natripan ng tao eh. It looks stunning in its own cool world amongst others. Fast forward tayo sa 2022, we now have the all-new improved RC200. Let's see what we got. Yung makina niya ay yung subok na nilang 200cc na liquid-cooled single 4-stroke po siya. This time, revised na yung engine mapping. Mas improved na yung torque at yung power delivery niya ngayon ay mas immediate and it is smoother, mas refined. Masasabi na natin sa 200cc single-cylinder market, isa na talaga sa the best ang KTM pagdating sa makina. Bago na rin yung frame natin, mas magaang na siya by 1.5 kilos over the previous model. Bolt-on na rin yung subframe, which means mas madali na siyang ayusin kung sakaling madali man yung likod ng bike mo. Mas madali magkoteng-teng ng bolt-on subframe. Trellis configuration ang gamit ng KTM dito, and of course, ang end result with a lighter and sturdier frame ay mas stable yung bike with less twisting sa corners. Mas solid siya sa kantuhan. And that means you can push the bike more and be faster. Handlebars natin improved na rin to help both accommodate track and street riding. Yung stock niya nakaset 15mm higher kumpara sa dati, so mas komportable siya with better leverage. Pero kung racing mode ka na, pwedeng ibaba yung handlebars ng 10mm. Very versatile. Design naman niya is definitely more aggressive now. Yung design cues niya galing sa RC16, so MotoGP-esque yung feels. There are 2 color schemes to choose from, and between the two, mas type ko yung itim dahil mas rock. Dashboard natin ngayon is a redesigned LCD console, and now in the 200cc variant, we have 2-channel Bosch ABS. Seat height is 824mm and yung tangke niya kasya 13.7 liters. Ang presyo niya ngayon ay nasa 198,000 pesos. Yung dati naman, nakapresyo siya at 162,000 pesos. Now, get ko naman na may mga papalag sa inyo na bakit tumaas? Bakit naman ganyan KTM? Teka muna, I just mentioned the improvements and kung ano ang nabago. At least dito, nakikita naman natin na may naiba, di ba? Na may na-improve. Gasolina. Diyan tayo umagal. My goodness! Dumoble? May pagbabago ba sa gasolina? Meron bang new and improved? May bagong formula ba? Ganun pa rin eh. Tapos ang mahal-mahal. Kung dapat lang tayo magsama-sama at mag-rally sa EDSA nang dahil sa protesta, dyan na! Dahil sa gasolina at yung kera sa Europa. Diba? Meron tayong 6-speed transmission, ang bagong torque niya ay nasa 19.5 Nm and yung horsepower niya ay 25.479.
Oras natin ngayon, huwag mo nang isipin, mawawala tayo sa dilim.
KTM RC200, the new KTM RC200. You know, if you loved the RC200 from before, everything that you love from the old one, it's all here and then some. It's a mega facelift in the sense that it's essentially the same old RC200 from before pero ang dami rin na dagdag. So, Right off the bat, we got ABS at the rear, ABS at the front now. The whole color scheme is different. When you ride this bike, the whole feel of it will definitely remind you of the old RC200, which I think is a good thing because that's one of the best small displacement sport bikes that we have out there. With that kind of performance from a single cylinder, KTM has done that really, really well through the years. This is made in the Philippines. Prim and proper, everything is nice and okay. The seat is great. This is a plank, mind you, so it won't score that high in the comfortable department. Not much leeway on the foam, but it's because of how it is positioned, it is how it is angled, and where it's scooping your ass, it's actually okay. You got a bit more foam here for the pillion, but with a bike like this, I don't imagine you having a pillion the whole time. You would want to ride this bike alone. So again, great idea here. This is bolt off. If you're not gonna have someone ride behind you, you know, all the time, just take that thing off. It's gonna be nice and clean. Mas malinis siya tignan. Ang stock tires natin are Rev C1, MRF Rev C1. Got my little flashlight here so we can take a look at the belly. Okay, that's what we got here. Laid out okay, laid out properly. Fit and finish, good welds, solid. It's not vibrating, can't hear it. Okay, let's fire it up and take a listen. There we go. See what I mean? Single cylinder, and it sounds like it's much bigger than an RC200. That's KTM for you. Take a look at the gauge now. Here's another thing that I would request of KTM. I know we are in more of the entry-level price point, but KTM was one of the first to make TFT displays reachable to the regular Joe. I mean, they came out with the TFT display in the Duke 390, where usually yung TFT display lumalabas yan sa mga litter bikes na sobrang mahal. KTM has been pushing boundaries with that, and I wish, yun nga, pangarap natin, RC200 magkaroon na rin ng TFT display in the future. It's just a matter of time, I think, as they figure out how to manage costs. In terms of the fit and finish of the controls, this is pretty regular. It's alright. This is okay. This is really good quality. This is regular. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Let's check out the lights. It's not LED yet. It would be nice if it were LED. Signal light there. Signal light is LED. And check out the brakes. LED here and LED for the brakes. So it's just really the headlight ng hindi LED. It would be nice if it were LED. Whew. Liquor bike. Pretty good bike. Pretty good bike. Now I just got a comment on KTM with the whole look. This now looks bigger than the older RC200, and that is why I'm kind of attracted to it more in the looks department. Meron siyang, for me, it's got this angular, futuristic 80s vibe, but not quite, how do you say this? You can say that it's inspired by some of those lines from way back, but it's got a totally modern twist to it, diba? Hindi siya parang sobrang mukhang luma. Hindi, it looks modern, but you can see where it's coming from. So it's super slick, it's super nice. Basta in terms of looks, leaps and bounds, I obviously prefer this over the old one. Got some aggressive angles over here too. Look at that. Look at those, all these little cues. Look at your shield. Look at your light. It's nice. In fact, with this whole bike, kung meron lang akong papalitan dito, I would change the grips. Not to say that it's not serving its purpose. Maganda naman yung kapit niya sa gloves, but I mean on the forma and looks department, I mean I would up the game here with the grips. Mirrors are fine, they're okay. Pretty good performing forks here sa front. I mean, you're getting a lot at the price range with what KTM has to offer.
I primarily rode the RC200 in the city with some long stretches here and there. Sa larangan ng single piston engines, isa na talaga sa pinakamahusay ang KTM. Grabe talaga yung power delivery niya. Na-master na nila ang single piston engineering. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit sa larangan ng small displacement sport bikes ay mataas ang respeto ko sa KTM. Legit 200cc sport bike talaga. Hindi feeling. brakes of the KTM RC200. Ngayon, it's just, you know what, if you watch the earlier vids of Makina, I wasn't paying that much attention to brakes as much. I'd comment on it, but I wasn't really giving some time testing it. Ngayon, the new, of course, this one has ABS. We're gonna try the rear first. Go at about 45 kilometers an hour and slam on the rear. So that's the rear ABS. Going out. Obviously, walang skating po tayo dyan. ABS kicking in fine. And ang timpla po ng RC200 with the brakes sa likod, it's, I'm gonna tell you right now, hindi siya kasing lakas ng harap, which is what a lot of manufacturers, it's what they do anyway. We're gonna go faster a bit, maybe 50. Okay. So ABS is kicking in fine. You can already hear the potential of it to skid, diba? Kasi narinig mo na siya iyak na siya. Pero dahil may ABS tayo, hindi tayo nag-fishtail. Okay, now we're gonna try the front brakes. Uy, may humps! There's a slight dip in the front shocks, a little bit faster, maybe about 40. May nakasando. Pag-yosi. Buti mo lang, maganda yung brakes. Nagwawalis pala. Gandang hapon po. A bit faster, 40. Ooh, what I like about the brakes sa harap is that it's a sure stop without the rear lifting. Normally, kasi ganito yan eh, may mga iba trip naglilift yung likod, mas lalo na yung mga mahilig mag ano tawag dito, pag mga stunts, malakas yung tapo nun. But of course, if your rear is lifting and you don't know what you're doing, di ba pa dumire-diretso ka dun. This one has no lift at the back, and I'm at 40 kilometers an hour, and malakas yung piga natin, and wala, we'll go a bit faster, maybe 50. Medyo nagagamay ko na yung brakes sa harap. Yung brakes. Yep, ganda ng ABS harap. My only comment here is the dipping of the front shocks. Maybe since this is a sport bike, maybe that's a room for improvement. Forks. It's not that these are bad forks, they're fine. It's just that it's a sport bike, diba? Yung talagang sport level, you can improve on the front forks. Para pag yung dampening niya, magre-react din siya with the front brakes, and it's gonna be nice and firm at the front without a dipping of sorts. Okay, let's try both brakes now. Okay, good stopping. I was taking it easy on the brake. I wasn't really slamming on it. Let's slam on both now. Okay, it's stopping all right. Okay. Also, if I may suggest, if you're gonna hit on both brakes, front and back, tirahin nyo mas madiin yung likod para mas malesen pa yung dip sa harap. KTM RC200 brakes definitely better this time around. Naalala ko yung RC200 nun, yun talaga kaya natin i-fishtail yun. And for a sport bike and for daily riding, of course ABS is better. Safe is always better. We want to live as long as possible.
Walang perpektong motor, at kung may maisuggest tayo sa KTM para itulak pa nila ang dagdag value na pwede nilang ihandog para sa atin, I would say super na talaga ito kung gawin nilang TFT display ang gauge. You have to remember, KTM ang isa sa mga naunang naglabas ng TFT display sa smaller displacement bikes. And ang TFT display sa mga panahon na yon, lumalabas lang yan sa mga gamilyon na motor eh. KTM pushed and challenged what can be put in smaller, more affordable bikes. Eh since nasimulan na nila, tulak pa nila, diba? Sana pati yung RC200 may TFT display na rin. Also, pwede na nila sana lagyan ng integration yung bike sa mga phones natin, diba? Para makonect natin yung mga gadgets natin with the bike. I think okay rin yun. Unang iteration ito ng bagong RC200. Tignan natin kung ma-incorporate nila yan with future variants. Yung mga pluses, of course, yung mga nabanggit kong improvements. We have ABS, better engine remapping, better efficiency, the handlebars, the weight, yung looks, better frame. All these are big steps na masasabi nating hindi ito simpleng facelift lang. Hindi ito tipong palit sticker tapos binansagang bagong motor. And parang yung dati, yung balor niya na stand out yung mga linya niya in this day and age, andyan pa rin. Mapapalingon ka, mapapatitig, at mapapangiti. Another plus, kung taga Pinas ka, is the unlimited free use of the tracks ng Ayala. I recently tried the one in Vermosa for the KTM Riding Academy. Ayos din. Imagine how much of a better rider you can become with this kind of access to track. That's value right there. Basta KTM owner ka. The new RC200 has a lot on tow that goes along with its new price tag. At masasabi kong justified naman. Again, mas una akong mabibwisit sa pagtaas ng gasolina na wala namang may aalok na bago kundi sakit ng ulo at bigat sa bulsa sa pang-araw-araw natin. Dito sa RC200, I'm okay with the price difference. I'd buy it with a smile. Eto po si Sir Sag for Makina Moto. Ay, nga pala! July 29, 30, and 31. The Makina Moto Show. 3 days, 4 halls, 1 motorcycle industry. Diyan po sa SMX Convention Center, Manila, in Pasay. I'll see you there. Zach from Makina Moto Features. Ciao!
So saan ka ba?